Hey, how's it going? My name is Mike Wong. I'm an MA TESOL student here at San Jose State University. The longer title of my degree is Masters of Arts in Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages. Before I got here, I was a native English speaking teacher in Taiwan. I taught kids from 4-year-olds all the way up to adults in the span of 3 years. When I decided to go to the program, I wanted to learn more. The longer I taught, the more questions I had about teaching and English. Why do some of my students struggle? What is the proper usage of a comma? Are my company's curriculums the best for teaching? So I set off and packed my stuff to move to San Jose. I had so many expectations. I would liken my experience here at San Jose State to running a marathon. We all start off at the starting line, and there's a bunch of people I don't know. I'm slightly confused, but once I start running, I'm excited, I'm pumped. Everyone else around me is pumped as well. Sometimes there'll be some bright spots, and sometimes there'll be less bright spots. We may even feel some anger, exhaustion, sadness, maybe some fear, disgust, even surprise. Happiness has been the most reoccurring, but it hasn't been without its challenges. First, I tried to make everything perfect. I did so many activities. I cared so much about being a better teacher that I tried to do everything in my spare time to be a better teacher. I had to become a research assistant, join the committee student rep, go into a foreign language class to learn a foreign language, work with a linguistics club, and do 16 plus units for my first semester. And even for my classes, all the readings I did it because I wanted to get a good grade. I had to get all A's because good grades meant I was going to be a good teacher, right? My last point that I believed in was that every single person I met was someone I needed to compete against, to defeat, to become a better teacher. In a marathon, when you're running, when it gets closer to the line, sometimes I just wanted to pass as many people as I could. I applied that mentality to this program. It wasn't until the end of my first year, when COVID hit, that my perspective shifted. My weird, misguided beliefs of perfecting, doing things for a grade, and competing against people collapsed. So I went to my professor, Professor Scott, and he told me 3 things. The first was, if I kept trying to perfect everything and fill all my time with, of course, interesting, but things without my passion, then I would never be happy. The second thing he told me was I should do things for the sake of just doing them, not necessarily focus them for a grade. And lastly, he told me to not be so polemic. I had to look that up. Polemic, a strong verbal or written attack on someone or something. Huh. So, this was the end of my first year, and COVID had become a pandemic. Things became very real when the school closed down. I went there a few times before the school closed, but it was very eerie. When the summer came, it gave me time to think. I didn't need to perfect my time. I could waste it a little bit. Go hiking, play play a game, go for a jog, take a photo, or just go cycling. I wasn't so caught up in trying to be a better teacher. I just pursued my hobbies. This made me feel like a better teacher. I've had more energy and more interest in a lot more things. Even with my readings, these authors would bring in so many cool topics about how to teach, how to design classes, how to understand my students. It wasn't just about getting the grade, but learning something for fun. This led me to read more recreationally. I know, a crazy thought. And this brings me to my last point. Not everyone is an enemy. I don't need to defeat all these bosses or fight off all these competitors. I met a lot of people on my journey this past year. I learned a lot from everyone. I wasn't the most cordial at times, yet everyone was still really kind. Everyone was just doing their best. They all wanted to be better teachers. And somewhere along the way, I forgot that. COVID really made me remember and understand how important face-to-face interactions are. Being able to talk to someone face-to-face, read their body language, their facial expressions, hear their intonations. Funny enough, even arguing with a few classmates, I didn't have to be this shut-in, cranky old dude that's so far up something that he can't make some good friends. I don't know if COVID will end anytime soon, but I know if we keep looking forward and trying our best, that we'll reach the finish line. Teaching will definitely be different, but from seeing everyone in the class now, I'm very hopeful. All my classmates are not taking this lying down. Everyone's doing their best to make school and their classes as good as it can be.